Okay, let me get that out of the way. Doing the early stream setup. Drinking water. Kicking butts, taking names. You already know how it is. Uh, Meeps World? I haven't seen you in 10,000 years. How's it going? Why does it feel like there's no sound? For the Elytra. Yeah, there it goes. Now there's like the wind sound. That was weird. How are you doing today, Shmeeps? Today, I don't really know what we're going to be working on. Oh, I need to check something, actually. Let me, for the sake of my sanity... I think... Yeah, I am correct. Okay. I'm back. How you doing today, Shmeeps? I think I'm gonna work mostly on the pixel art project today. We'll see what kind of stuff I want to do, but today I'm just trying to, like, work on things that need to get done kind of stuff. And I have some very unfortunate news about the pixel art project. That I will talk about when we get there. I was also thinking, because we have Kaima as, like, the Totem of Undying, it would kind of be cool to do it like how we have the custom swords and have, like, different names for totems. And then they'll have, like, different models and textures, so we can have, like, different people and stuff. I feel like that could be really fun. But I'm also really lazy. I'm gonna grab some sugarcane, because I have a little bit of gunpowder. I haven't actually checked the gunpowder farm in a while. I have a little bit of gunpowder left, but not any paper. You hanging out with friends and fishing? Nice. So what is this new fantastical fishing game you found? I know of one that is that came out recently. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. Apparently I do have sugarcane, unless that's all the sugarcane I just picked up and I put it back in, but just tell me about the wonders of this fishing game. I should check on this, actually, as well. I haven't checked in here for a while. It's producing, actually. We are getting some. Wow. That's producing. Can I... You guys think I could fly out of here? Oh, man, imagine. I actually almost did. In before I, like, fall directly into another hole. Oh, yeah, web fishing. Okay, I know what that game is. I've seen it around. I don't know anything about it, like, gameplay-wise, but I saw Flair was playing it. I didn't say I don't know anything, because I saw Flair playing it, but... So, I know a little bit of it. Animal Crossing, but just fishing. I have seen it, and a lot of people seem to be, into it, so... That might be cool to check out one of these days. I'm gonna go check on the gunpowder farm real quick. We're probably gonna have to repair our tools at some point. I think we probably should. We should have done it before they made the change. But I think we should probably start making more netherite tools. Or even just some more diamond tools. Wow, no gunpowder in here? I know we haven't, like, been around this area, but, like, nothing? That's kind of shocking to me. Speaking of things, let's go check on the iron farm. We're gonna do a bunch of housekeeping first. Ty got it for you, and I've needed it all day since the thoughts have not been nice at all today. Damn. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you got this fun new game. Let's see. This thing keeps turning off. There must be something wrong with it, or it just keeps turning off every time we reload the game. But before it didn't do that, but we'll have that on for now. But that's very nice of Ty. No characters, no collecting, except for special stuff and good vibes. That seems cool. Oh, I gotta pull up. I was changing my position. I've been seeing people playing, like, web fishing on, like, CRT TVs, because it's got those, like, old school vibes, you know? Oh, okay, we'll go over here first since we're already here, but I do want to show you guys what else I've been working on. This is kind of cool. So we've been obviously working on the pixel art project as always, but I had a horrific, saddening thing happen. So it would have happened at some point, but a drowned zombie swimming here throws his trident out, right? Breaks this map here, and this map resets. Because apparently I didn't lock it. Like, all of these are locked, so if I pick them up, they're not gonna, like, even if we go into the map, they're not gonna update because we've locked them. But that corner piece, for some reason, wasn't locked. And the trident-wielding guy threw his trident at it. It popped it out of place, and it made it so it updated, which it would have done it when we picked it up anyways, but it sucks. So I have to redo that one at some point. So I'm probably gonna do that one last. When I have to go back. I'm going to turn this into paper. But something I've been working on off screen a bit. You would have saw some of it in Wondercraft, the latest Wondercraft video. But it's the start of the train station. It's the start of the train in general. So I'm pretty excited for it. So this is what we got so far. I did a little bit of terraforming, if you couldn't tell. But this is what we got so far going for us. This is the train station over here. Don't really have an inside setup yet. I want to have a second floor here. Like, we'll put half slabs here, I think, to make a second floor. And we'll have some seats here. This guy's where you buy the tickets. And then I'm going to try and figure out something for maybe the train floor here. We're going to do the train tracks here. This is the outer part of the train tracks. And then we'll actually have to set up the train and make the tracks and all that stuff. So it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be really annoying to do, and I'm very excited for it. I feel like it's going to be a perfect project to just keep having stuff to go on, and I'm thoroughly enjoying doing it. I really like the design of the train station. It's not like perfect. It's kind of weird and wacky, but I kind of dig it. Um there might be some touch-ups just cuz the roof seems really big, and so maybe I want to put like pillars to make it actually look like it's being supported. And then maybe I want to do something different on this side. I'm not quite sure. Maybe make it like a little bit more circular on this side. Not quite sure. I didn't really plan out this side at all. So it kind of just goes off in a square. So maybe we'll add like things on the side, like arches or something. But this is what I got so far. And I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's a lot of fun. This is going to be the real bitch to do, especially because it's going to be out of tough blocks. So we're going to have to harvest a lot of tough blocks. So we might have to clear out a couple trial chambers just to even do the train. And we're going to have to go thousands and thousands of blocks. But it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a fun challenge. I'm trying to think of like how I want to do it though, because I want it to be flat. I don't want the train to go up or down unless there's very specific things. Like I want to avoid that as much as possible. And so at first I started terraforming, and then I was like, it actually will be kind of weird if we terraformed everything and it's like a flat ground just going straight, you know? It's kind of weird. So I think we'll probably end up building like, cuz we don't like when we build trains in real life, we don't build the ground under it. We build like, bridges and stuff. And so I think I'm going to do that for some of it. But I need to think of like a fun design for like when the railway goes over land that isn't flat. If that makes sense. And then also something I gotta do is I want to make it, because I want to make the tracks, but I also want to have space for you to be able to walk on the tracks as well on the sides. And so when I'm doing like tunnels, I'm gonna remove those like places where you can walk on the side, just so we're not digging out too big of tunnels, if that makes sense. Like I started digging out part of a mountain, like a little hill, and I was like, and then I ended up kind of being like, I wish I didn't do this because it looks kind of weird now that we like moved everything, like and changed it up. So, because it was like we dug through like a hill, and it looked weird because we basically removed most of the hill, where I could have just made a smaller tunnel. And I think that that's what I'm going to try and do for tunnels, is make them smaller than what I've been doing. But for right now, I think I'm going to like mainly focus on the pixel art project stuff. So hopefully you guys find that interesting, and we can just chill and chat for a bit and have a grand old time. Maybe we'll go back to building the train tracks or something, or build like a completely new thing. But I finished off one of these recently, and then I've basically cleared out most of this, so I'm just going back to clearing it out, because I really do want to finish the pixel art project. It's probably going to take me at least 2 more years, like probably more than that. But I'd say if I like really worked hard, grinded them out, like each one takes like at least 7 to 12 hours, I feel like. So it's gonna take a while. And you kind of need the motivation to do it. So I've been finding time when like when I'm hanging out with people to just like, if I'm not playing games with them, to just be on here and working on this. And it also helps that I haven't really been feeling mentally super well, and we all know that when you're not feeling mentally well, Minecraft builds go hard, So like, that's not to say anything about like, don't worry about it, I should say. But like, sometimes when you're just not feeling good and you're not feeling in the mood, playing Minecraft's a fantastic game to just distract you from stuff. Because there's always something going on, That's why I always say, like, this world is, like, literally my Zen garden. Like, it's my little slice of paradise. It's my little anomaly, because I feel like I would never have spent this much time in Minecraft. I feel like if I ever did restart a Minecraft, like my hardcore world, like I had to restart, like I would never restart it. I was gonna say never, but I'm most likely never gonna restart my hardcore world just out of the like, oh, I'm gonna restart, you know? I would probably, if I wanted to restart my hardcore world, I would probably fly really far away from my house with my armor and stuff, and then just start over from there, you know? Like, I don't think I would start a new world. But if I, for some reason, my world ended or I lost the world or something and I had to restart, I think I would start in a later or the earlier version of Minecraft when you could get all of the enchantments on your armor. So I could make like a god gear armor. Because you back in the day, you used to be able to do fire protection, blast protection, all on one set of armor. So I would do that on my armor and then update the game. Because that armor is absolutely broken. And it would give me something to work towards. I think the worst part would be trying to get, like, the ward upgrade. Or the silence armor trim, rather. I feel like that would be the worst. Is that changed? It looks different to me, actually. Have they changed the silence trim? Huh. I don't know. Maybe not. I still need to go look for the jungle trim. How's it going, Merlin? How's it going, Flare? You working on... Here's something to work towards. Thank you. I mean, maybe. To finish my trim armor set, I do want to get the jungle trim, but I'm going to alter it once I get it, the texture for it. Because really what the jungle trim is, it's like a red line across the middle of your armor, but I want to put it like under my character's eyes. That's what I want to do. Also, I think, and people can correct me if I'm wrong if you guys know better, but I think they're actually adding a thing in later updates. Whether or not it's actually already happened, I do not know. But I'm pretty sure they're adding an update where you can make, where data packs can change how armor looks. So, like, because before, so we can change, like, the texture of swords and stuff, right? And we could change the texture or the models of, like, certain things. But we can't, like, if you were to change the armor model, like, you couldn't change it to, you couldn't change the armor model based off of a name, right? Like, the armor model is always the way it's going to be. It's always going to be one model. Where, you know, people, if you're familiar with, like, YouTubers that, like, Hermitcraft and stuff, they will have custom hats. And all those custom hats are not helmets. They're pumpkins. They're carved pumpkins in Minecraft that they make custom hats and put that model and texture onto the pumpkin. And then when they wear that pumpkin on their head, it looks like a hat. And I think they're actually making it so you can do that with armor now, which will be really cool. If that is the case, I'm going to make a bunch of different armor. Like a bunch of different cool looking armor. I'm very, because I wouldn't want to do that with a pumpkin, personally, because I want to be in full armor. But if, like, look, if they let me change the netherite armor model when I, like, through data packs and stuff, and I could, like, do it where, like, if I name the helmet, like, Mandalorian, it's the Mandalorian helmet, right? Or if I name it, like, Samurai, like, I could make it look like a samurai helmet or something like that. I would make a bunch of different helmets. You damn well know I'm going to make a conductor's hat if that is the case. I will make a conductor's hat for my model. Yeah, so I really hope that that is the case, because I saw people talking about it, but also I could have dreamed that. I do dream. Because that was one of the things I wanted to do way back in the day. Way back in the day. That was something I looked into, and it's one of those weird things in Minecraft that just don't work. Like, they don't work how other things would work and how you expect it to work. It's really built the way that it's supposed to work. Like, for instance, item frames. item frames, the little textures on the side of the item frames, the frame of the item frame, it's not part of the model texture. It is the birch texture. It takes the birch texture. If you want to change the item frame texture, you have to like change how the model's UV maps and stuff like that so that it doesn't call the birch texture. It calls a different texture, and it's very complicated and annoying to do. So I spent forever trying to figure out how to change that, and I just ended up giving up on it. Which was for the actually inevitably for the better, because it saved me a whole lot of work that would have ended up being for naught. So honestly, if they let us make cosmetic like changes to armor how we do with other stuff, I would 100% like make a bunch of different armor for the roguelike. It's unfortunately that item frame use the worst wood for the texture. Yeah, exactly, too. I honestly don't hate birch. I don't hate birch. I don't even think birch is the worst texture personally, because I think people forget about jungle wood. I think people forget jungle wood exists and then they just throw their hatred at birch. That's my genuine opinion. Because I think jungle wood is the worst. Birch, at least I feel like I could use it with stuff. Jungle, I feel like you can't ever. I mean, with mahogany now, though, actually, mahogany and cherry wood, it's kind of a good transitional block. But I don't know. I hate jungle wood, personally. I can deal with acacia. Like, I would say acacia is, like, tied for my second to least favorite, just because I like it, but it's just so orange. Which is good, but it's just like, it's so orange. But if they keep popping off with the woods that they're making nowadays, like we're get like birch is definitely gonna become one of the worst, because like we're getting like willows now. We just got cherry blossoms. Like if they just start making woods of every color, that'd be sick. I would definitely love a green wood. I feel like a lot of people. I mean, I guess we do technically have a green wood with like bamboo, but you can't make like stairs out of the green bamboo, right? So I would love like a green plank that I can make slabs out of and stairs out of. Does the Family Guy house have a green roof? What's going on, Just Six? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're just chilling out and chatting. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're working on our pixel art project, as I like to call it. How's it going? Also, I need to double check something. Real quick, where am I looking? Here it is. Alright. How you doing? Welcome on in, welcome on in. Okay. I think we've cleared out everything we need a pickaxe for, which means we can switch to the axe. Put those two away. Not that we need both of these axes. I don't think there's anything that is silk touch required right now. I guess we could bring out the shears. I'm pretty sure their roof is blue. That's probably right. I'm probably thinking it's green because Peter's pants are green. That's probably what I'm thinking about. Tomorrow, I'm very, very excited. I'm gonna go see Dragon Ball Daima in theaters. Did I ever tell you guys about my weird theater experience? Going to see, Venom Last Dance? I feel like I told my friends, but I don't think I ever told stream. And if I have, well, I guess you're gonna hear it again. So I'm very worried because it was on a Tuesday at like 1:50 or something. You know what? I'm just gonna dig that with the axe, and we're gonna throw caution to the wind. But it was on a Tuesday, which tomorrow is a Tuesday, and at a similar time. So I'm like praying to God that they didn't have another mess up or something. But so I'm gonna go see like Venom: The Last Dance with my mother, and we go to the movie theater, and it's in a mall, and you know how like mall shops have those like shutters. You think you've heard of this, but to say it again, that's fair. Yeah. The mall have like those shutters for like stores. When they close them, they like close the shutters. Like they're like metal, like garage doors kind of. But they're sideways. They're like doors. And we go in and we see that the shutters are like half closed. Like there's only a little gap open. But we see people standing inside, so we're like, that's weird. And I was thinking, like, my immediate thought is like, oh, maybe someone got into like a fight. Like maybe they had to close off the area or something. That's weird. So we walk in, and these two guys are sitting at a table as we walk in, and they're like, oh, you with the school? And we're like, no. And they're like, oh, then, there's a sign outside, like box office opens at 3 or whatever, right? And it was 1:50. And they're like, or 1:30, I guess. And they're like, so box office opens at 3. And we were like, but we have a movie for 1:50. And they're like, well, shouldn't have sold it to you. And we're like, excuse me? And they're like, yeah, they shouldn't have sold it to you. We have this whole place rented out for the entire day. Or not for the entire day, until 3. And we're like, okay, well, what do? We bought these tickets. And they're like, we can let you talk to the manager. Because these people obviously did not work for the movie theater. Like, it was very apparent that these people did not work for the movie theater. And they obviously worked for the school. And so, they're like, we can get the manager for you. And we're like, yeah, we would appreciate you if you got us the manager. And the manager was like, oh, hey, how's it going? And we're like, yeah, so we have tickets for this movie. And, like, we want to go see it. And they're like, oh, yeah, so basically these people rented out the whole theater. So, the way it worked was, I guess they put out, like, they had them automatically, like, it automatically put out the tickets to the world, and been like, okay, you can buy them. And since my mom has the app for the movie theater, and we really like movies, she's always on top of stuff. So she, like, basically probably instantly got it right as it, like, went on online. And before they could take it off, we slipped in, so we were the only two people that purchased tickets for that movie before they tried to take it off. And so they're like, well, technically you bought the movie, and like we will honor it, so you can, like, we will have a whole theater just for you, but I can't open the concession stand. And me and my mom kind of looked at each other and were like, can we just get like a refund? And they're like, yeah, we could do a refund, you can come back another day. I'm like, cool. And so that's what we did. But it was super weird. Like, I don't know. I just like the audacity of that person to be like we come up, it's like, hey, we paid for this thing. Shouldn't have sold it to you. Fuck you, kind of thing. I'm like, Jesus, man. Like, what the hell? Like, That's I get that that's exactly they shouldn't have sold it to me, but like you could have a little bit more, like kindness in your soul. I don't know, like that's not really a good answer to the situation. But I'm praying to God because I swear to God they said they do it every Tuesday. I swear to God they said that to me, but my mom's like, no, they didn't say that. And so I'm like, okay. And so if we go in and they're like, oh no, sorry, it's closed again, but like you're the only two people that bought the tickets again somehow, I'm gonna be like, yes, I'm going to see the movie. Like I don't care. Like I don't care if I'll go walk to the fucking like the fucking drug mart across the street or something like that, like the pharmacy across the street, grab some candy, come back, grab candy and a soda, come back, and I'm gonna fucking watch this movie. Like this, it's not a movie, it's the first 3 episodes, but like I am seeing Dragon Ball Daima in theaters. I've been wanting to see it. I haven't watched any of the episodes. I have been waiting to see it in theaters. I want to see it in theaters as my first experience with it. And so I'm like, I'm gonna be so upset if I can't, because I'm very nervous about it. But you just gotta hope that it works out. How's it going, Dino Eye? Welcome on in, welcome on in. But yeah, that's my hilarious Last Dance story. And then I went to go see it with my. It worked out too though, because I went to go see it with my friends instead of my mom. Because like my mom didn't necessarily want to go see it, but she likes going to the movies. So like I was like, well, I want to see it, and she's like, well, I want popcorn. So we went together. But then my friends later in that week were like, oh, let's go see Venom, because we had seen the first two together. And I was like, yeah, let's go see Venom. I'd love to. And so it worked out. And it was funny because I can't imagine the manager recognized me, but the manager was the one working the ticket scanner when we showed up. So I was like, hello. I'm like, this manager probably, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's like big-headed of me to think that they recognize me, but I feel like I've been at that theater so often that I'm like, some of these people have got to recognize me. I know one person would recognize me if they saw my phone, because I got a compliment from one of the cashiers on my phone case. So I'm like, I know that they would be like, oh, it's that guy, like. But I don't know how memorable my face is. They're like, oh, it's the guy with the unkempt hair with the hoodie. Huh. A lot of guys looking like that nowadays. But I'm really excited. I'm so excited. I've been avoiding things purposely about Dragon Ball Daima so I can go watch these first 3 episodes kind of blind. Obviously, I'm on like the internet and stuff, and I've followed people that talk about Dragon Ball, so I'm gonna see some things, and a lot of the cool things I've seen are really cool, and it makes me just even more excited. So I'm not like, there hasn't been a spoiler or any information that like has made me upset, so I'm very excited for it. I feel like there really hasn't been a movie or like a showing at the movie theaters where I'm just been like, I need to go see it. I need to go see it. Also, speaking of movies, I went to go see a movie yesterday because, oh my God, the amount of movies I've seen in like the past 2 months. I feel like I'm getting tired of it almost. Like I went to the movies yesterday and I was eating the popcorn. I was just like, I'm gonna just like, I finished half the bag and just like curled it up, and I was like, yeah, I don't need to eat this right now. I feel like I've eaten so much popcorn this week. Um, because I'm going to see Dragon Ball Daima. I saw two movies earlier in the month, and I think I'm going to see Wicked as well this month. So there's a lot of good movies out. But the movie I saw yesterday, I highly recommend if you like Christmas movies, because I went to go see Red One in theaters, and it's really good. It's got really good actors in it. It's really funny, and it's like a very classic Christmas movie. I really like it. I was actually quite surprised how much I was gonna like it, because a lot of the times Christmas movies are really cool and I like them and they're awesome, but they're just so like predictable, I guess. Like it's like, oh, like this guy who doesn't like Santa Claus, by the end of the movie, he's gonna be Santa Claus's son or something like that. Like it's always so predictable for me at least. And everything that I went into the movie being like, I really hope this doesn't happen, it didn't happen, and it was pretty refreshing to be like, I'm surprised that they didn't like lean into this angle because it could have been so easy to do it. Like they could have easily had this plot point. They kind of set it up so that it could happen, but they didn't do it, which made me like it more because I'm like I didn't expect them to not lean into this, and it had like a really fun story with a cool message. You know, you were thinking about seeing that one. I'll be out of town for Wicked at the first, and some of the marketing kind of put a sour taste in my mouth, but might still go see it. Yeah, I don't know too much about Wicked. I went to see the play, but so far the trailers don't look as good as the stage show that I saw, but that's how it is. But Red One has J.K. Simmons in it. If you guys know the guy who plays J. Jonah Jameson, Omni-Man and Invincible, the voice of Omni-Man. He's in Whiplash, really good actor. He plays Santa. Dwayne The Rock Johnson's in it, and Chris Evans in it. If you guys don't know Chris Evans, off the name Captain America, I think it's Lucy Liu, I think is how you pronounce her name. I just looked it up the other day. She was fantastic in it. But like a lot of really good actors, really good story, like genuinely super fun. If you like Christmas or Christmas movies, that one for me is like not necessarily a must see, but I feel like you would benefit very much off of it, especially if you just like Christmas, like the vibes. That's one I would watch again, like on Christmas. I would watch it like next year. I would watch it. It's very, very. I feel like it's a classic of this time period for Christmas movies. Maybe not like to Home Alone levels or something like that. Like not that classic, but I think it's very good. Like I feel like it's probably not going to be looked back at fondly, but I feel like if it was a movie that came out 10 years ago, I feel like we'd all be looking at it like, "Oh, remember Red One?" Like, "Oh, that was great." You know? I feel like that is how it is, cuz I just don't think movies get looked at fondly anymore. Like I feel like movies that come out now like are never like in 5 years from now, we're not nostalgic about them, Maybe like Toy Story, right? Or a Disney movie, but like even then I feel like you don't really it's not that crazy anymore. Like, where I feel like people are still nostalgic about like the 90s movies and like maybe the early 2000s. Did my stream like drop or something? That was weird. Huh. Oh yeah, my stream's dropping. Do we have a better connection now? No? Huh, it's weird. It's saying I'm dropping frames like crazy. Like it's saying I'm dropping 22% of frames. It's saying I'm having a really bad connection. That's weird. Because it just said I got disconnected from chat on the other end. It looks fine. Maybe we'll just have to deal with a delay? I don't know. It looks fine, yeah. It's not like we're doing anything graphically intensive. Weird. Maybe there's a Christmas storm. Speaking of Christmas, at some point before Christmas, in December, we are going to watch the 3 Hamtaro episodes that I have on DVD that I got that are the Christmas ones. We are going to watch those in the Discord. So if you guys want to join the Discord is the perfect place to just hear me explain when things are happening. But I'm going to watch that at some point. For sure. Actually, let me see. Oh, yeah, no. Even YouTube, on YouTube's end, it says excellent connection. Am I still dropping frames? Yeah, it still says I'm dropping frames on OBS. Weird. I'll just deal with it, I guess. If this was Twitch, my whole stream would have went down, you know, everything would have died. Yeah, maybe we just have to, maybe there might be like a minor delay now or something. Maybe I'm gonna be behind, but I wouldn't have even noticed until it said on the corner there, you know, like lost connection to chat, and then I was like reconnected. I don't know if anyone said anything that I missed, but what's going on, X? How you doing? And then I'm thinking for the Game Awards, the Unchained Game Awards that we've been talking about all this year, I think the 27th is going to be the tentative date for it. I think the 27th. Because I don't want it on or around Christmas. I might push it back even further, but I want to have some time to do it in December, but then also have time to do the best of Unchained Awesome and edit up that and make that. Yeah, just said I disconnected from chat again. It's already almost 2025. Yes, it is. It is already almost 2025, which is not awesome. The days are speeding by. It's crazy. Ooh. Ooh, I gotta grab anything. Try to go back and grab. I should have dumped this off when I went to sleep. I'll try to grab that cobbled deep slate, but that one's easy to get. The crimson wood, the crimson hyphea is annoying to get. Trying to finish your game tonight? Sounds good. No worries, man. If you want to lurk, we're just going to be chatting and chilling, so this is not a crazy stream, you know? So this is a perfect one to just chill and keep on in the background while we chat. Chat about movies, about games and stuff. So you guys also in chat, for those of you that are interested in the Game Awards stuff, let me know, because I made the Google form for the Game Awards, and obviously for the viewer choice, I want to have it somewhat prepared, like somewhat filled out earlier so that we're not running out of time with it and people can have like, I want to give people like at least a week to vote. So I want to do it before November ends for the first set of voting. And then for the second set of voting, I want to do it obviously before, maybe give it a week before the event to do it. I like the way I'm doing the voting, and you guys can tell me how you like it. I'll give you a little sneak peek of the idea when that was posted. I haven't posted it yet. I was gonna post it today. I'm actually gonna, I'll ask you guys, should I post it today or should I wait? Because there is a potential chance, the hardest part about it is there's a potential chance that I play a game that's not on that list that would then retroactively be added to the list that you guys wouldn't be able to get to vote for. So Um, let me know what you guys think. Should I hold out just a little bit longer just in case, or like should I just not worry about it and whatever's on the list is the final, that is the list, and those are the things you can choose from, right? Like, how do you guys think about that? Wait on it? I'll wait on it a little bit. I want to definitely, like, at least a week before November ends, I'm gonna have to post it. But, like, I'm just, it's weird because it's like now I'm, like, trying my best to not play games that I want to play. Like, I don't want to pick up, like, Soul Hackers, a week before the year ends for specifically the viewer choice. But with that, in that instance as well, that game would definitely move over to next year's Game Awards as well because we would still be playing it in the year to come. So, and then I also need to have time to make like slides and stuff for people. And I got to figure out who's winning all of the I got to figure out who's winning all of the awards and which awards I actually want to do this year. I have a couple people saying that they want to do some stuff. Oh, so Flair, I forgot to text you. If you want to do the thing that you talked about doing for the Game Award, the little video stuff, because I put out, like, if people want to make trailers or do not commissions, do advertisement spots on the Game Awards, like, send me a video and stuff. Let me know, or just, like, give me some sort of image. And I've gotten one video back. I've gotten a couple people saying they are interested in it. If you want to do, because I remember you're saying you were planning on doing something for it. If you want to do it, I'm still, like, down, but it would be something you'd probably want to start getting ready to do soon, to get it out before, like, late December. And then also, if you want to do something different than what we discussed, like, a long time ago, I'm also down to do whatever. Or if you want to do two things, like, if you want to do your one thing and then also, like, an advertisement, I'm not opposed. Because I feel like I've gotten, like, a handful of people offer or saying, like, they're interested, and I feel like I'm gonna get, like, three back, like, it's gonna end up being a thing. So that's a little bit of my worry, but if it is, it's whatever, I should make advertisements. I didn't even think about advertising my own shit. I should make advertisements for some stuff as well, just in case I don't get a lot of people, and then I could just, like, slip my own advertisements in. You gonna do what you talked about? It'll be funny? Sweet. Yeah. Flair is the only person that I've given, like, permission to do, like, over 3 minutes so far, I think. Because, like, I'm trying to say, like, do less than 3 minutes. But I think you and I, Flair, discussed that it's okay for you to go over that because of what you were talking about you wanting to do. You can let people know I take commissions if Peep can't edit the videos in time. Yeah, I'll be like, yo, if you have, like, the stuff, but if you want, Schmeeps does commission. Couple $1,000 per edit, Schmeeps World does a little bit of editing. Couple grand, drop it her way. 45 mil, you know what I'm saying? Couple thousand. Couple thousand. T's like, I got it for a steal. What the fuck? I should start doing advertisements for other people, but it's just, like, fake advertisements, like, that, like, they didn't, not fake advertisements, like, advertisements they didn't sign off for, like hire Schmeep's World. She will do it for $10,000. No, that'd be terrible. But it would be funny. I got back in the back, baby, I'm back, born in the back. It's... I'm gonna do blue terracotta first. $100, you're good. $150 a minute is crazy, actually. A minute. Shmeeps is time. That's so fucking funny. I think it's gray, yeah. A lot of gray terracotta on the side. I'm embarrassing myself in front of all my friends with all these misplaces. Ugh. Honestly, I have ideas in my head of like certain games that I know are like these are definitely contesters to win certain things, but then also I'm like um what is it? What should I say? I'm uh like I don't know how I'll feel when I actually sit down and be like, okay, out of all the games listed, like which one? The ones I'm more excited for than anything, I think, are gonna be um the character related ones. I feel like so I talked about this where I'm like I want to try and limit games from winning more than like 3 awards, I think, just so it's not like a one-man dick sucking contest. But I think for me something I want to do is well like for character ones, I feel like those ones shouldn't apply maybe, but we'll see. I'm still going to try and make it like the games, try not to get games too many awards, but like if a character is just that good in a game, like I don't think that should affect, like that's not even a games award, that's the character basically winning the award for that game. So I feel like the character awards might not matter. But one of my favorite ones that I added was because so originally I had best character, right? And I still have that there, and I don't know if I will use it, but I'm gonna keep it there for now. Best character. And then I thought, well, let's break it up. What if I did best villain and best protagonist? Because, you know, there's some pretty good characters, there's pretty good protagonists. But then I was like, like there's pretty good villains and pretty good protagonists, and that kind of fits a lot of like the best characters that like really whittles down who is in there. But then I was also thinking like, but there's characters that are really funny that aren't the main character nor are the villain. So I'm like best character still kind of fits, right? Um and then I thought, well, the hardest part with best character is like say like Minty Clovers, right? Like Minty Clovers MPW could be like the best character, but she's only really cool because we made her cool and she's not really like an actual video game character even though she's a character in a video game. So it's like should that count? And so I was thinking, I added another category, which is best characters that we've made. So like characters on stream where we go like, oh, this character is this person's name, you know, like, and they're funny and cool because we made them funny and cool, as well as them being in the game, you know, like Majin Masu, right? Like Majin Masu, we made him cool because we gave him a cool backstory and stuff. He's obviously not eligible because we did not play Xenoverse this year, but like he could win best character we made, but also he's cool because like in game he does cool stuff and he's cool in game and has a cool story in the game, you know. Like Angel Guy. from Shin Megami Tensei 3 would, I would say, fall under that category because we named him Angel Guy. He was funny because we named him Angel Guy, and he's funny because because of us. But he's also a very interesting character in the story of the game and has a cool, like, part to be played. Angel Guy was great. So, you know, I think that would be cool. But then like someone like Devilman Masu would be under protagonist because he was the protagonist of that game. He wouldn't be necessarily characters that we made. So, I'm very excited. I also think though, this is my biggest worry about it my biggest worry is that people are going to take it too seriously, which I hope you guys don't. And like if you guys disagree with anything that I say during it, like I'm not saying this to be mean, like genuinely make your own. Like I want people to make their own game award lists and like tell us what their favorite game was that they played this year. Like I want people to celebrate the games they played, you know. I'm not saying like, "Oh, make your own if you don't like mine." Like legitimately make your own if you don't like mine. But my also biggest fear is that like some people might get like I don't know how excited people will get for it, you know, like oh yo, you know, like Minecraft won best Minecraft game of the year. That's epic. Oh, I love Minecraft. But I don't know how like if I go like new Super Mario Bros for the DS, it's like I have no emotional attachment to that because I did not see you play it on stream and like I don't play this game. You know, like I'm worried that like a lot of the games that I didn't play on stream are going to um end up being like disappointments, if that makes sense. Even though I'm like, no, I had a lot of fun, you know? Like I had a lot of fun playing this game. Like Persona 4 Golden, I didn't see you play that. It's like it beat fucking Yakuza Like a Dragon for game of the year. It's like, yeah, but I had a lot of fun. You know? Which I don't think I don't think anything like that's gonna happen, but I'm just like I hope it doesn't happen like that. I hope people just have fun. Damn. Also, did you guys hear that Overwatch is bringing back OG Overwatch for like 3 weeks? Like OG Overwatch. Like returning the characters back to what they were like in the beginning. Like Mercy gets fully revive alt, you know, like full team revive alt. Bastion goes back to being a stationary turret. It's nuts. Street Fighter 6 Masu's peak. Street Fighter 6 Masu was pretty sick. Did we play Street Fighter 6 this year? Was that this year? Was that last year? I don't think we played Street Fighter 6 this year. Actually, now that you say that. Huh. Uh, and then I wrote that down as a potential honorable mention because I do want to do some honorable mentions. Like, there's gonna be a specific game that we played last year that is getting an honorable mention for best ending because it would not qualify for this year. but I would have probably won it. The hardest part about, like, endings for certain games is, like, I don't even really remember some games' endings. So I feel like you might have, like, an advantage if I remember it. If I played it, like, towards the end and finished it towards the end of the year rather than the beginning of the year. Yak 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 da 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 do 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 do. Also, it's really funny to think that, like, a game could win. Like, I literally played 5 seconds of Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 this year because I was testing out my Wii. And, like, it's funny to think that that game could potentially win, like, an award. Like, it's in the listings because I technically played it. I did one Kamehameha wave with Yamcha and a Wolf Fang Fist. Love that Flair and Schmeeps have just gotten into a conversation about, like, not saying you guys need to stop, but I'm just like, I love that. It's just like, I'm trying to keep track of what's going on, but I'm also like, I'm not in this conversation. So I'm like, I don't need to catch up. Yeah. We should do at the beginning of the Game Awards, we should do a moment of silence for all the games that didn't get awards because I didn't play them this year. A moment of silence for all the games that didn't get an award because I just thought of doing this as a concept this year. I'm hoping that it's not, like, the event isn't too long, but I also really don't want it to be too short because then that, I feel like, would end up kind of, like, if it was a 30-minute thing, you know, after all this build-up, it wouldn't be terrible. But, like, I want the event to actually feel kind of like an event. So I hope it is kind of, like, at least an hour long. And then if I edit it down and it's, like, shorter than that, then that's fine for YouTube, but... And then if Schmeeps is gonna be, announcing one of the awards, I gotta get her model at some point to her. I think I literally just have to export the model that I was working on, and it's done, basically. Ugh. It's so difficult. I done all the way through here? Nope. You are? Yeah, you asked to do it. Don't you remember which one? You said, I want to be... I literally... I think you gave me the idea for it, I think, and then you immediately said, I want to be the one that gives away that award. And I said, oh, okay. I don't necessarily want a lot of people to do that, but if I guess I could get you to do that if you want to do that one. If you don't want to do it anymore, it's fine. But I'm just like, don't you remember? When did that get announced? I don't. It was like forever ago. It wasn't announced. I mean, it's getting announced now, I guess, but it was like we talked about it like literally probably over half a year ago. So I'm not shocked that you don't remember. But I'm like, because I just remember you being like, I want to be the one to give that away, and I was like, okay. I'm like, I don't really want like to have to chase people down to do the award show, but I'm like, one person isn't gonna be terrible, I guess. You'd love to be. I'd be honored. That's so funny. Yeah, because I was telling you way back in the day, I'm like, well, I want it to be a surprise to you, so maybe I'll get you to like record like a thing like because I'm gonna do like a little speech about like all the categories, like how they do in game awards, where it's like, you know, like say like best actor, right? It's like an actor really brings the life to the character, you know, like, and without them, you know, blah blah blah. You say some sort of like words about it, and then be like, and the nominees for best actor is, you know, this and this. And then I was saying I want it to be a surprise for you, so I'd have you like say all that, and then like have a separate thing where you pause, and then you say like, and the winner is like Minecraft, yay! And then like, and then you would say every single one as the winner. So then I would just edit it to be you saying which one is the correct winner in the video, because we would do it in video, not live, if that's okay, just to make it easier. I need to find a backdrop. I didn't even think about that. I haven't really thought about any of this until now. I need to get like a backdrop because I don't want to do it at like space. We got to get like a stage backdrop for my guy to sit at. Maybe like a podium with like we got to get like a podium with like a mic. VR chat world, that's actually hilarious. If I had full VR, I would 100% do that. Like set up a camera across the room and like go full body with it. If I had full VR, 100% I would do that. You always thought it was a maybe thing. Maybe it was how it probably definitely was how I said it. Like, you know, I definitely was probably like, yeah, maybe. But then I kind of like as the years progressed, I was like, yeah, I think it would be fine. You know, like I think yeah, I think it could be I could work. Cuz I just know cuz I remember like other people saying they wanted to do it, and I was just kind of like, I don't really want like too many people doing it. Like respectfully, right? You know, like I don't want to, especially like I didn't want to do it live no matter what with people, because I didn't want to like have to get people in like a Discord call, like have them at the right time. Like I didn't want to be organizing any of that. Like the videos we could do basically at any point. So, that was why I wanted to do a video. But then I was like, I don't want to run, like I don't want to chase people for it. Like I don't want to be like, say like, you know, I have like 15 different people. I don't want to like chase 7 people that didn't send me them, right? And like have to be like waiting, cuz like I for the advertisement stuff, like I'm not chasing people. Like I'm like, this is an idea that you can use if you want to do it. Like feel free. If you don't want to do it, like you just don't send it to me, or you send me one and I edit it into the YouTube video, right? Like I'm not opposed to that either. But like I'm just actually I might not. I don't know. You guys should tell me. Should I? Maybe I will. I was gonna say maybe I shouldn't should edit out the ads for the YouTube video, but I don't know. Maybe I won't. You're so excited now. Luckily, I did work on your like fancy looking model, not like your casual model first, so I definitely have that available. But I actually have to like do stuff for it. It kind of sucks because I'm now like prepping for it because I haven't really been thinking about what I want to do. So I gotta think of like even like a black background with just like fake looking lights to give like a sense of like ambiance, and then make some sort of like mic stand thing, and then I can just put it in front of myself. At any point, not a day beforehand. Yeah, for sure. Like I probably wouldn't. I'd probably get it even like in late November. I just gotta actually like get on my shit. And then we just find a then you just find a day to like record it. Or I guess I don't need a backdrop actually, because the backdrop I would just need a mic because the backdrop's gonna be a Google slide. Because I'm gonna do a Google slide to like reveal all the stuff. So I actually don't need a backdrop. I just need a Google slide. And then a mic. We'll have to give her a GIF background for you if you'd like. I think we might be fine. Like I don't know, because I was thinking like we could have a regular background and then like switch to the Google Slides when we're like announcing it, but it's like how complicated do I want this? How many moving parts do I want there to be? Like not that many. So like maybe just have the background and then something to do with like a mic maybe in front of us. And even yeah. Something like that maybe. I definitely want to get, if I were to do this, like this stuff, I definitely want to get it done before Christmas, which is like, if it is the 27th when we do it, that's only 2 days beforehand anyways. So I want to definitely get it like sometimes before Christmas / before like Christmas festivities, which we should have a lot of time to do that if we do things correctly. I'm a very bad procrastinator, but I feel like I work really well when I like am motivated. So I'm just like I have like I'm excited for it, but I'm just like not motivated to continue it, like to start it yet. But like once I do, I feel like I will get in the zone and be really really like and get it all done. That's just how I like I'm someone that works in like bursts. Where like say we have like a week, to do something, I'll do it in like 2 days over the span of the week, or like 3 days over a span of the week, rather than doing it like every day. I mean, it depends, because sometimes I do things every day, slowly. Usually when I don't like something, that's what I do. When I don't like something, I work on it slowly, one day at a time. But I think it'll be fun no matter what. And I'm very excited for it, because this is the first time I feel like I've ever really done like a big event. And maybe I'll advertise it beforehand on like Blue Sky. Which, if you guys don't know, Blue Sky is the new Twitter now. It's the new social media that people are using. I really like it. I think it's really nice. I think it's so far very fun. The only thing I really don't like about it is it feels like there's absolutely zero reach. Like Twitter for me, I always get like Twitter, I'm like swarmed with bots now. Like my account is completely fucked. Like I have only bots basically interacting with my stuff. Very rarely are actual people interacting with my stuff. Other than like maybe my friends or follow like a few followers. But like Blue Sky, nobody, like I get no reach, no interactions on anything, and it's a little bit like it just doesn't feel like a lot of people are around, if that makes sense. Compared to Twitter, where like very rarely I'll get some people like interacting with my things, but at least I feel like people see it. Where Blue Sky, I feel like almost 95% of the things I say just get thrown into the void and I don't see anything. And like even like with some of the people I follow, I don't see their shit. Because I feel like the Discover page, like usually you have like a feed that you look on for Twitter that you just like look and it's like, oh, there's everything there. It's like new stuff, people you follow. Where this one, it feels like you have to look at the specific tabs, and I don't even really see like people I follow posting. I just see like a bunch of random things. But also, there's probably a lot less people on it. So it's probably less like content being shared, but it's pretty yeah. It's so far I'm enjoying it, but Though the only thing that sucks is that like Blue Sky is a lot better for like toxicity, I find. Like there's not really a lot of toxic people compared to something like Twitter. And you can easily like block people on Blue Sky now and do stuff like easily like block like a whole lists of people. Um but for me, I feel like some of the toxicity comes with like just the news in general on Twitter. And I don't think Twitter should be your like source of news, but like a lot of the times if something's happening, I go to Twitter and then people are like talking about it and I can get some sort of insight on it, and then I'll check like the actual news and be like, "Oh, yeah, this is what's happening." But like on Blue Sky, it's like nobody's really talking about anything ever, so it's like it just really feels like nothing's going on. And so it's like, yeah, there's less toxicity, but I just feel like it's cuz there's nothing going on. So I'm going to stick with it considering that Twitter removed or changed how the block feature works, where if you block someone, it doesn't actually block them. And I'm going to use my Twitter solely for looking at pretty women and Canadian politics. That is my sole reasoning for using Twitter, other than like responding to random tweets. But I'm not tweeting out anything anymore. Like I'm not gonna go on Twitter and post like, oh, going live. I'm not gonna post art on Twitter ever anymore. I'm doing it all in Blue Sky now. That's just my opinion, and maybe I'll change it later on. Maybe I'll go back on it. Who knows? But right now, I don't enjoy where Twitter's at right now. And honestly, at this point, I feel like it would probably be healthier for me mentally to just delete both of the apps. But I do enjoy seeing what people do, seeing people draw, seeing hot women, and having a space to be like, hey, this is what I do have a look at it, you know? Because if I didn't have some sort of space to share my things, I feel like, you know, you wouldn't have a lot. I wouldn't have like a lot of people see it, you know, as much as like I want to be able to like send it on multiple things. Like maybe I should start a Tumblr at this point. Like Tumblr, I know Tumblr banned all things fun, but like maybe they're better off now. I don't know. I don't know what the good website is to like enjoy sharing your stuff. Check. It's so weird. It still says on Disc or on OBS that my frames are dropping, but I feel like I haven't even really noticed I haven't noticed like a delay. It says I have excellent connection on YouTube, and even like on my ends, the video looks fine. So I'm actually very confused on what OBS is talking about. Like if this is how my frames are gonna drop, I'm happy to take it, you know? If this is gonna become the normal thing. Have you guys ever had like an everything bagel? I said bagel. Everything bagel? Now I feel like I'm saying it weird. Bagel. Well, anyways, have you ever had one? Because I had one. I didn't have one the other day, but I had. My dad got one that was like it had the seasonings of it on like a loaf of bread, and it was really good. Really good sandwich material. I'm definitely not saying this because I'm hungry right now. I can't stay up too late tonight because I gotta wake up a little bit earlier than usual for the movie. The movies tomorrow. Because I did not sleep well last night at all. I stayed up way too late playing Overwatch with friends and then didn't fall asleep in bed until way later. Everything seasoning is so good. Exactly. Exactly. I agree. I think it's incredible. Maybe there is a little bit of delay if if you guys are just receiving that now. But let me try let me try ending the stream and restarting it just to see if it fixes on OBS's part. I should have dropped and came back maybe, hopefully. Let me do the wiggle of truth. See if we're live. We're doing the wiggle of truth. I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but c'est la vie. You have a delay on purpose? Oh, yeah, true, true, true. True, true. But anyways, I reset it, so it should be better anyways. But, um... God, my brain just shut off. Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know, I feel like I talked about this a little bit. When we were talking about Majin Masu, it made me think about it, is I do want to play Xenoverse again at some point. Because playing Sparking Zero made me want to pick up Xenoverse again. But, um, there's a mod called, like, Xenoverse Revamped that came out, and I don't know how much content it has in it currently, but from what I've seen, it adds, like, a bunch of characters from the manga that hasn't been touched yet, and, adds, like, a bunch of, like, new fights and things you can do. So it's something that I looks really interesting to me that I would be interested in doing. And I feel like if it is like if it's not just like 3 battles, like it could be like very little. If it's like a rework of the entire game, I feel like it would be really cool to pick it back up, but instead of doing it with Majin Masu, do it with a different character and add a new character to the lore. Because I've always thought of a character that would complement Majin Masu. Um, this is always the idea that I've had in my head for Majin Masu, and I really want to not. I want to fall off of like the sympathetic villain angle. Like I really don't want Majin Masu to be redeemable and give him anything that makes him redeemable, but I really like this idea, so I guess if he's redeemed in people's eyes after that, it's whatever, that's people's decision, I guess. I don't know. But like I want him to be a bad guy. I want him to not be a good person. Actually, I think I might want to do gray first. Gray terracotta before black stone. Um but the idea behind it is so um in Dragon Ball, if I can get a little bit nerdy for you guys, we can talk a little bit about fun lore stuff. In Dragon Ball, or Dragon Ball Super specifically, I guess, there are these people called the Destroyer Gods, which is what Beerus is, if you guys know who Beerus is. And Beerus is the Destroyer God of Universe 7, which is the main universe that our heroes reside in. So technically, Masu Universe would be considered Universe 7 in this instance. And so I like to think that Majin Masu works with the Time Patrollers to go through history, absorbing energy from all these incredible fighters to become even stronger, and becomes a destroyer candidate, so a candidate to become a destroyer god. And, as time progresses, he becomes the god of destruction of Universe 7, which is exactly what something he would want, because the entire purpose of a destroyer god is to destroy life and basically end it if need be. And so he's sort of like he's sort of not a good guy, but he'll cut off the proverbial diseased hand if need be of the Universe 7. He destroys what he needs to help the Universe 7, because he, like, even though he's like a crazy demon person, doesn't mean that he wants the universe to ever end. So like, and then he gets the perfect job where he could just literally absorb or destroy anything he wants. So I think that that's a fitting role for him in universe. But something interesting that I really like about the Destroyer Gods is the Destroyer Gods basically cannot be killed. Once they become a Destroyer God, they're basically immortal. However, there's one thing that can kill a Destroyer God, other than like Zeno, which is like the main god in Dragon Ball. There's a lot of gods, but there is another sort of type of god called a Kai that is from the land of the Kais, that are sort of like they're sort of like lower level deities, like there's Kais of different areas, Kais of different planets and stuff like that. And so there's a Supreme Kai, which is like the leader of all the Kais, kind of like the head honcho. And if the Supreme Kai dies, the God of Destruction ceases to exist. So I like to think that these people offer up Majin Masu this perfect job, right? Okay, Majin Masu, you can destroy whatever you want. You're literally invincible. You can absorb whatever you want, right? It's a perfect job for you. And Majin Masu is like, excellent. Like, I don't care about anybody. I want to destroy what I want to destroy. I want to be able to absorb whatever I want to absorb. I want to just like live my life and be a terrible, evil person. I can do whatever I want. And I'm like, excellent. So here's your Supreme Kai. If they die, you die too. And so he's like sort of forced to care about one person, you know, like he doesn't necessarily care about them like emotionally per se, but he's forced to be like, okay, this is the one person I can't destroy. This is the one person I can't absorb. It's the one person that I can't let die. I have to protect this person. And so I thought of like it would be a cool idea to have a character that is a Supreme Kai, um, and be the Supreme Kai of the new Supreme Kai of our universe, because obviously we have a Supreme Kai already, but she would take his place, and I thought it would be a nice way to introduce a female character to the Masu lore, because we don't have a lot of female characters. I don't remember. I feel like I had a name for her, but I can't remember. But I also was thinking, because I don't know if this is information that I readily talk about very often, but so Majin Masu is a creature that absorbed Starbound Masu. We know this. I've talked about it before. But the creature, I don't know if I've talked about what the creature's called, is so like every Majin usually has like a food name other than Boo. So like they're usually related to some sort of like sugary food or something. And so I was thinking, or like a lot of the Majins relate to like a common theme with Majins is that they're hungry. They have an unsatiable appetite, like cannot be sated. And I thought a cool name for a Majin that's sort of like evil would be Famine, like the code name Famine. He's gonna constantly is all consuming, will never stop being hungry. So his like actual name is Famine. Whatever scientists found him, that's what they call him, and or it or they. And so that's the idea behind it. And so like I always think, I'm a nerd. I always think of like fun anime things that could happen in my head. And so when you think about famine, you know, what comes to mind is the four horsemen of the apocalypse, which are like famine, war, death, disease, or something like that, right? Is that right? Let me Google this before I'm an absolute buffoon. Four horsemen of the apocalypse. Names. Conquest, war, famine, and death. I think disease is also sometimes swapped in with it. Because I do know, yeah, conquest, war, hunger, and death. So, I thought, I don't like Majin Masu, but I love the Supreme Kai tied to him. Yeah, like I think it's a cool idea. And then I think this is basically, I have like stupid brain disease, and I constantly am like fantasizing about my own like characters in their own fictional world, and I always thought of like a situation, like if I was writing an anime or a manga, is like what would be a cool moment, right? And so I was thinking like in my head a cool moment could be for like the big reveal kind of thing is Majin Masu is like he's a destroyer god, but destroyer gods, they're invincible, but it's not like they can't be beat up. And so like maybe he's fighting someone and he's losing for some reason. Maybe he's fighting another destroyer god. Maybe he's doing this, that, the other thing, but he's getting beat. Like Majin Masu's getting beat. And you know, they're like any last words kind of thing. And then I always thought a cool moment would be to be a big reveal would be Majin Masu would be like, my name, like people know me as Majin Masu, or people know me as Masu. I am a Majin, but another name that I go by is Death, or not Death, Famine. Another name I go by is Famine. and then this, and then he like, you know, reveals the cute innocent looking Supreme Kai girl, like, oh, this is, you know, whatever her name would be, right? Do you want to know what they call her? And then they'd be like, the big bad guy'd be like, yeah, what do you call her? You know? And they'd be like, well, they call her Death. And then big reveal, she's actually really strong as well and not a helpless young maiden. And Famine affectionately calls her Death to follow the Four Horsemen. And then maybe later down the line, if there's ever any other Xenoverse games, um, we add in Conquest and War, you know, like into the Four Horsemen trope. But I always thought that it would be cool to have a character that is like ostensibly a nice person. Like, she would not be evil, she would be a nice person, very kind, but could get very intense in a fight, and uh you know, that would get her the nickname Death. And she's the only person in the world that Majamasu is not able to destroy, kill, or absorb, because if she disappears, he disappears as well, and that's the one thing that he cares about, is not disappearing. So that's like something I've always thought about. So if this like Xenoverse revamped mod is really cool, I feel like it would be really neat to design a character, because Majin Masu, I believe, is a Saiyan. In game, we designed him to look like a Majin, but he is a Saiyan because I wanted to have like Super Saiyan and stuff, and like Super Saiyan God um transformations. I didn't want to be stuck with the Majin transformations, which I think is only Kid Buu, which doesn't look that great to me. It just makes your character look like a Kid Buu clone, but your whatever color your Majin is, and then that's it. So I want to have more transformations. So I think I would make, since there's no Supreme Kai or Kai character creation in Xenoverse, I'd probably just use a human and then make her look like a Kai, because the Kais are just like sort of humans but with elf ears. And I actually think they're an offset of demons. I think that's like a new lore drop, is that Kais are actually offsets of like demons. Because I think any the new lore in Daima that I've seen or I've heard, that I don't know if it's actual true lore, is that anybody with like pointed ears are demons usually. So like the Namekians are also offsets of demons. Before they went to Planet Namek. So like I would just make her look like pointed ears, you know, blue, pink skin or something like that, depending on how I want it to look. And like all the Kais look different, so it's not like there's any particular design feature. The only thing that really is like, this is what a Supreme Kai looks like, is the clothes. And we could always play around with the clothes of being like, well, maybe she wears the pants of the Supreme Kai but wants to wear like a different shirt, you know, or something. Like, we can always play around with clothing. It does. She also could just be like a rebel Kai that doesn't play by her own rules, you know. But I thought it would be a fun way to introduce another type of character into the Dragon Ball verse of the Masu storyline, as well as making like an actual female character for the Masu timeline. Not that we're not going to get one later in Soul Hackers, but you love to hate him. I think the character is cool. Yeah, I think like Majin Masu's cool, and it's hard to not love a good villain sometimes and like a cool badass evil guy. But I'm just like, I want him to not be like a good person. Like, I don't want him to be like he's sympathetic in the sense that like maybe he cares a little bit. Like the worst for me could be like he actively sees this Supreme Kai as almost like a daughter to him. You know, like that's the worst I could get. Like maybe he feels some sort of like pride in her when she does something right, you know? And then the best opportunity would just be like he deals with her, you know, like he cares about her existence because it benefits him. But it's like I feel like it's hard to like not want to write a sympathetic villain, which I mean, like, villains are sympathetic in general all the time because, you know, usually people do bad things because they've had maybe a hard upbringing, maybe some troubles in life, you know. So it's not a bad thing to write about. I just feel like I write whenever I think of like villains, it's always like they have to have some sort of like positive attachment to them, making them like, oh, well, they're not actually that bad. Maybe they're even in the right. And it's like I just feel like I overdo that, and it's not a bad trope. So I just want to make a character, you know, evil for once, that is purely evil. Like how not like current day Majin Buu, but how Majin Buu was back in the day. Like he was purely evil when they split the pure evil part from him. He was purely evil. And then, you know, even then maybe if we ever want Majin Masu to like become good, we'll have Goku blow him up with the spirit bomb or something and then tell him to, I hope you reincarnate as someone nice this time, and then he'll come back as Usam. If you guys don't get what I'm referencing in Dragon Ball Z. That's what happens is Goku throws the spirit bomb at Buu, says, I hope you get reincarnated as someone good this time. And then later on, I mean spoilers, but later on meets a boy named Oob instead of Boo. It's the reverse of Boo, UUB, Oob. And it's the reincarnation of Majin Buu, but as a nice child. Honestly, that would be such a fitting ending for like for Majin Masu. Is like just Goku kills him. I've also been struggling with Dragon Ball recently for like the Masu lore because I've ostensibly said that it is just like another planet, right? But I'm like, there is a part of me that could fit it somewhere in the lore. There is a part of me that could fit it somewhere in the lore. And I'm like, I'm so tempted to. And then also, I keep switching shit around now because so I swapped a bunch of things around, and then because we're gonna have like a big reset during like after Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, whenever I get that, we're gonna have a big reset / during SMT3. Where after those games the world resets basically. And part of me was like, after the reset, that's when Yakuza should take place, because that would make the most sense. But then also, I'm like, I originally had Yakuza. So basically it was like Digimon, SMT3, and Yakuza now. But originally it was Yakuza Digimon in the original writing of the lore. So now I'm like, I kind of want to have it flipped again, but I don't know. And then I'm just like, yeah. So I'll have to like really struggle with it. And then I'm like, then again, I'm like trying to figure out like, where could I fit Dragon Ball into this? But I feel like just keeping Dragon Ball as a separate planet is the easiest for me, because it has like dinosaurs in it, but it also has like really high technology, where it's like I can't really say that it's like next to Monster Hunter, because there's like it has futuristic technology. So it's like it could be in the far future maybe, where like dinosaurs came back and like we have dragons and dog people and stuff, but I think it's the easiest way to fit it in is to just, it would either be that or say it's in a separate universe, and I'm really trying to not have universes, like alternate universes, alternate realities. However, saying that, Dragon Ball does screw the pooch with us by introducing like 7 universes or something like that. I don't remember how many universes, but like a bunch of I mean infinite. Once you introduce one universe, technically, you know, there's infinite. It's gonna get convoluted no matter what, because it's not meant to work. Question, answer, Schmeeps, what's up? We always get the most talking done during these. This is why I like doing this on stream, because it's really good to get stuff done, and then also we just chat about stuff. Not me double checking Discord because I'm like, making sure people aren't texting me because I know they wanted to play Stardew yesterday. What color would I want the stage lights to be? I guess either just like white or yellow. I guess. I mean, unless we want to do purple. But I'd probably just do white or yellow. Are you making me a stage background, Schmeeps? Scowls in anger. Playfully. I'm really trying not to have, like, chips tonight, because I know I'm gonna go to the movie theater and have popcorn again. But, like, I kind of want chips. I think I'm gonna end up having chips. I'm gonna put chips in a sandwich. You guys ever do that? You ever put, like, cheese and chips in a sandwich and eat it? I'm gonna do that. Flexing your video editing muscles? Oh, shit. I mean, you know, we could always do, whenever we're recording your one, we could always do, like, we call Schmeeps from, from a other location, and you have, like, a separate stage area. Okay, sounds good, Bert. Lindo, Orlando Calrissian. I have so much I want to do, so little time. I definitely gotta work on the, just like every day start working on stuff. Because I'm like even behind on YouTube videos too. I definitely not gonna keep up with like one upload a day this year. Because I got sick like partway through the year really badly and then just fucked everything over. And I haven't caught up since. I didn't even realize there's probably gray terracotta down here, but that's fine. I'm not gonna do it until later. But I want to do, like, I want to do a Christmas card this year where I draw out, because, like, talking more about lore, I guess, like, like, people have, like, VTuber lore, and then, where it's like, you know, like, my name's Iron Mouse, you know, like, Iron Mouse is the queen of the underworld type thing, and, like, they have, like, whole lore about that and stuff, and I don't really have, like, VTuber lore necessarily, but I sort of like the idea that, that I like drawing weird little guys, like little creatures and stuff, and so I thought it would kind of be fun that my VTuber lore is, like, my guy is like obviously some sort of chimera with like goat horns and dog ears, but um I thought it would be cool to have him, like me, be running like a ranch that takes care of like misfit monster type things, like a little monster rancher action, you know what I mean? Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I have a little like ranch where all the little creatures that I draw, that's they live there and I take care of them kind of thing. And so I wanted to do like a Christmas card from the ranch type thing this year. It's just like a fun little art piece. And so I've been working on that. So I gotta actually get that done before Christmas and work on that. I'm really liking how it's coming out so far. Uh, cool. That's all good. That's all good. Sorry, I'm just checking more things. But yeah, that's kind of the lore idea, and I've been working on that drawing a bit. I have a couple ideas of what I want to add to it, and it should be basically done, and then I'll like Merry Christmas from the ranch on it or something, and I'll post online. Probably post in the Discord. I know one of the people I was drawing it while in Mems' server one time, and I know one of them, I think it was Metro, said that they wanted it when I was done, and I was like, oh, okay. Make sure. I'm like, it is a Christmas card. Like you can print it out. Because when he said like he wanted it, I didn't, because I said it was I'm designing like a Christmas card, and like obviously it's not meant to be like a physical Christmas card. And so he was like, I want it, and I'm like, I hope he doesn't mean like, one, I hope he doesn't mean like want the rights to it, and then two, I hope he doesn't mean like wants me to send him a Christmas card with it on it, because like they're not actually being sent. So I said like, well, I can send it to you and then you can like print it out, I guess. You know, like I that's like do whatever you want with it then. It's one of my better art pieces, but I really, really want it to be like good. Like I don't want it to be mediocre. I don't want it to be like half-assed. I really want it to be good. So I'm trying to work extra hard on it. Because it's one of those drawings that I think up in my head, and then I don't like actually ever get done. I just gotta start making like a list of things. Like get the slides done, get the voting done, draw the picture, get Schmoop's video done, do the best of. I gotta like I have a bunch of best of like clips, and if you guys have clips that you guys like, feel free to always send them to me. I have some clips that people have sent me earlier in the year that I gotta just organize. And then my favorite thing to do at the end of the year is go through all of the clips on my Twitch channel just to see what's there. I'll probably have to look through some Sparking Zero stuff. I know like a couple stream stuff that I want. Like I want probably I want when Angel wins the title in MPW, Rize and T winning the title in MPW. Because those were pretty cool moments. I think last year I had Minty winning the title in the best of, but I think like Angel beating Zarataro is like huge record, and then Rize finally getting it after T, and T's won as well, because T's was like last show of the year of the season, like season finale, picking up the win. got cash in the bag, baby, I'm back. Cash in the bag, baby, I'm back. Baby, I'm back. And then the only other thing I gotta think of is like for the slideshow, I want to think of doing like for the Game Awards, having like either pictures of like the games that won or like little videos to play. Like if it's like best character of the game or of the year, Kazuma Kiryu, and then maybe do like when he like intros himself in one of the games where he like comes in dressed up or something would kind of be cool. Or just have a picture of him or something. I don't know if I'm gonna do it for every like. I'm definitely not gonna do like intros or anything for every nominee, but like definitely the winners for sure. I'll think about it. I think it's just for I have to worry about like I don't want to grab videos from other people's channels, but then I would have to like make a video for every single one myself. So I think I'll just probably stick to pictures, but we'll see. We'll see. And also it could change for like the high end games, I guess. Maybe nah. I was gonna say maybe we could do this, but then I feel like one, I prefer to do it the way I do it every year, and two, I feel like it might, depending on how long it would be, it might be boring. But I was gonna say like sometimes in like the regular game awards, um, they do like for like the final one, they'll do like an orchestral video about like once again it said that it says that I dropped from the chat. But this time it doesn't say I'm dropping frames on OBS, so that's weird. Hey, whatever. But I think maybe YouTube's having an issue today. But so like they sometimes have like an orchestral display of like all 4 nominees. I was thinking like maybe before the final awards of like best game of the year, we could do like a show off the like UnchainedAwesome best moments of the year type thing and like put music behind it. But then I'm like, depending on how long the best of is going to be, that might be too much. And I also want the best of to be at the end of the year. I like it being my first video of the year every year. I think it's a fun tradition. So I'm like, I think it's a little bit mad. But actually, thinking about it, I feel like something that could be fun is doing like a montage of some games. So like say for it depends, because if the best games of the year probably are something that I've streamed. Probably. Like I don't know which games are the best 4 games I've played this year. I don't know the nominees. I know maybe 2 off the top of my head, maybe 3, but I feel like the best games that I usually play are usually ones that I play on stream. So maybe I could like get a couple clips of it and just like we put it to music, say like a 3-minute song or something to music, split the 3 minutes up into 4 parts and have the nominees displayed like in little clips. That'd kind of be cool actually. But also it's another thing that I'm going to have to do, so we'll see. But that could actually be really cool, like having an orchestral music or some sort of music on and having like all 4 like Minecraft, and then it's like videos of me placing blocks in pixel art. Like I don't know, something fun. I really don't know what games could win game of the year. I really don't, and it's actually kind of scary considering how close we are to the end of the year. The end of the year game awards. Like I still don't even know. That's how close this is and how many games I've played. I've played 103 games this year. I haven't completed all of them, obviously, but I've played 103 different games this year. But you do take in consideration that some of the games literally I turned on, played for like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, even less, and I still put those down as yes, we did them, or yes, we played them. So they might not win anything, but they exist. They'll be in the viewers choice awards. So like there's games that you like I maybe played once that could win. I know some people are saying they wanna try and sway the vote for specific games by getting other people to vote, and I am all for voter fraud. You know, if you want, just kidding. For the game awards specifically, my game awards, nothing else. But no, I'm like, if people have friends that they want to give the link to, I like go for it, man. That's how it works. I guess it's open to anyone. As much as I do want it to be just basically our group of people. But I'm gonna send it out to some people that don't really keep their eye on the Discord, because that's really the only place I'm gonna be posting it. I was thinking of maybe posting it on Twitter or Blue Sky, but I'm probably not gonna do that. But I might, and you guys can let me know what you think. I might put it on the community tab. I may put the Game Awards on the community tab just to have people that maybe follow YouTube to want to be able to vote. I don't know if you're. I assume you're allowed to do that. I don't know if you're allowed to put links to things. I'm pretty sure you are. It's definitely gonna be tough this year because I've played a lot of good games. Like I know, so I could like pretty confidently say some of the other like categories. I have, so this is the thing too though, is like I have like some categories I could like confidently say like this game's gonna win that, but I also think that like it depends. If those games win more than like three, then maybe I will remove them from that one and find something else. It's like I gotta think of which one is like, depending on how dominant a game is. And I still don't really have a name for the Game Awards. Like, we just kind of call them the Unchained Game Awards, but like, I don't really know what, if that's like a good name to call it. I do think it would be funny to maybe call it the Unchained Game Awards a name pending forever, and just like say that the name is pending forever and never change it. It'd be kind of funny. I recently went on eBay, which is always dangerous for me. I went on eBay because eBay's actually a fantastic place to find like Pokemon trading cards and stuff for pretty cheap and pretty expensive. But I'm trying not to get into it. But I bought 2 packs of One Piece trading cards at a convention recently, and I'm trying not to get into it too much, but I've kind of gotten interested in it because I like One Piece and I like trading cards, and I was scrolling on eBay because basically I want to get a Tony Chopper card, like just any Tony Chopper card, and so I was like looking at some online, and I'm like, I don't think I need to buy them right now, but like I do want to get one at some point. And then I'm also thinking like maybe I save that as like a hunt kind of thing so I can it's something to look forward to, you know, when you open up packs. Which isn't necessarily this is the gambler in me. But I was looking at some of them and then I saw someone was selling packs of cards for like $3. And so there was also a deal that was like buy 4 get 1 10% off. So I was like, I like a good deal. So I bought 4 packs. I plan to give 1 each to my friends. And then I'm going to keep 2 of them for myself. So I'm like, every time I buy Christmas presents for my friends, it always ends up being like a thing of like, I always end up buying something for myself, but then I also buy something for my friends in mind. And then it's like, oh, it's fine. I can spend the money because I'm buying Christmas presents for my friends. You know? I think people could relate to that. So I did that, and then I was like scrolling through, still looking at stuff because I do just like to browse eBay, though it is dangerous. Because I immediately was scrolling through and I went onto their page, the person that was selling the cards page, and I saw that they had like it was like an anniversary edition pack of cards for like $5 that had Tony Chopper on it, on the pack art, and I was like, that pack art's kind of sick, and so I bought that one too for myself, and I was like, oh my god, I spent so much money already, and I really didn't need to, but Christmas presents, I really need to find out Christmas presents. I have basically so many good Christmas presents for my one friend. Usually it's just like the 3 of us hang out for like doing Christmas stuff. Like I don't have a lot of people I have to buy for, which is usually fun. But I need to think of ideas for my one other friend. Like we could always go the Pokemon card route, but like the hardest part for me is trying to find a balance between the two friends because I don't want one to think I'm like favoring them over the other on stuff. And I want them to both be happy because like, you know, I think everybody's going to be grateful for getting their presents, but sometimes, you know, you get a present and it's nice, but it's also kind of like, you know, like I don't want them to look at it and be like, this is kind of just junk, you know? I want to get them something that they'll like. So Pokemon cards is always easy. Gift cards are always easy. But like, I feel like if you can actually get them something like not a gift card, it's a lot more fun. Because sometimes you'll like find something that they didn't even know they wanted. So I hope I can get my other friend something good. I got him Legos, I think, last year. I gotta think of some fun stuff for that. Because like my other friend's getting a ton of stuff. I actually kind of feel like, not to pat myself on the back, this year it was kind of hard to remember because I actually panicked during my birthday because my 2 friends' birthdays come before mine, and so I thought that I didn't get them a present because I couldn't remember what I got them because this year's just blown by so fast and everything's like a blur, and I had to thank God for Be Real, which is like an app that you take a picture every day. I really like it. I think it's a lot of fun. But thank God for it because I went back to their birthdays on Be Real. I like scrolled back and I saw the I'm like, oh yeah, I bought him that. Oh yeah, I bought him that because like I got my one friend. He really likes the Impractical Jokers, and there's an Impractical Jokers movie if you guys didn't know that, and it's actually very very good. It's basically like the Impractical Jokers movie is basically a best of Impractical Jokers type bit type beat where it's like a lot of really good like Impractical Jokers episode like challenges, but then also an overarching story with funny bits in it, and you really like you realize that these guys are all like actually like really good actors too. Like they're not just like comedians, they're also really good actors. And it's a good reminder for that one. And so I'm like, I got him that, and then I got my other friend Legos. So I'm like, I gotta find something good. And like Legos are always good because you can always buy Legos, and then the people can use them for either building whatever the Lego set is, or you know, you never have too many Legos just to have, especially if they come with like minifigures. So I think I got my friend like a Star Wars Lego set that had like a Boba Fett. And and that gives him at least the minifigure of Boba Fett, even if he doesn't like the overall build. That's something I'll have to look into though. But Legos are expensive for no reason. We might have a Lego store near us. I don't know if we do, like one of the actual like Lego owned stores. I don't know. I used to live in a town that had a Disney store, and that place was amazing. Like that was so fun to walk through. But I don't think it's there anymore, nor do I live there. So. But I love stores like that that just have like really cool stuff. I feel like a lot of stores are lacking nowadays. Because I guess you could just order everything online. I should look Black Friday deals. I should look for Black Friday deals for my friends. Oh, also, this is completely random, but kind of funny. And I mean, we got what else are we gonna talk about other than stupid shit that I get myself into? So, I have a credit card. The number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But anyways, I saw that on October my credit card expired, right? And I didn't get another credit card sent in the mail, so I like had to call up the bank, be like, "Hey, you guys gonna send me another credit card?" They said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll send it to you on Express." And I was like, "I appreciate that." Came by in like 2 days. It was so fast. I was like, "Thank you so much." So I got a new credit card, right? And I pull it out to buy the One Piece trading cards, and then something dawns on me because I'm like, "Oh, this is how I do things." You can pay the credit card off whenever you need to, usually like at the end of the month or whatever. I pay the credit card off immediately. I put the money into my credit card instantaneously, so when I use my credit card, I never forget. Like, I never buy things with my credit card when I don't have the money. I only ever buy things with my credit card when I have the money. So I always have money in there. And I've had money in my credit card because I've had a pre-order from Amazon. And Amazon doesn't take out the money until it sends you the pre-order. And I pre-ordered the Digimon movie because they're releasing a Blu-ray of the Digimon movie. And so I'm sitting there and I was like, I open my app, you know, fill my thing with money, and I look at the account still has money in it from whenever they're gonna charge me for the Prime subscription or the Prime thing, or the Amazon order, the pre-order. And then I realized, oh shit, the card they have on file is the one that just got canceled, or they're just got expired. What is that? Like, do I have to change it? Like, how does that work? And so I had to cancel the order and replace the order again to get to put in the new information because it wouldn't let me change it for whatever reason. And yeah, so hopefully I get it because like I've had some pretty when pre-orders came out for that movie, I literally got it like day one. Like I hopped on it day one. I wanted it so bad. Usually I have not had very good luck with Amazon pre-orders because a lot of the times when I have Amazon pre-orders, they'll take the pre-order even if they don't have the product, like if they know they're not going to have the product. And so one of the things that was kind of annoying, like I pre-ordered Shin Megami Tensei 5 off Amazon. I pre-ordered Legends Arceus off Amazon. But those games didn't come out when I pre-ordered them because they just didn't have them. Like too many people pre-ordered it. So I hope that me changing the time to a closer date to December does not screw me over on it, and I hope I do get it at December because I was literally one of the first people, and they don't let you. It didn't give me an option to change my. Maybe there is, but it didn't give me an option to change my card that I wanted to use. So I had to redo it. So I'm really hoping that I don't get screwed like I have every single time on Amazon. But here's hoping, you know. Because that one was like, when it came out, I'm like, that's going to be my Christmas present. Like, that's my Christmas present to myself. Last year, I spoiled the shit out of myself. Because I got, like, I had, like, $50. And I just bought, like, a bunch of shit for myself. It was probably ended up being more than $50, but I had, like, $50 extra, and I bought a bunch of stuff. I bought, like, a controller. I can't remember what I got now. I bought a controller. I bought grips for my Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. I bought a lot of stuff. Ooh, my eyes. Getting all bug-eyed. A mock-up of what you could do. I see how it is. You're trying to get money. That does look really nice. It does look really nice. We'll see. I could see myself using something like that for sure. But we'll see. Because there's like two ways of doing it, right? Is either having the PowerPoint in the background or having like a stage in the background like that, and then having the PowerPoint in like the corner, and then me standing in the other corner. But we'll see. But it looks pretty clean, to be honest. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Also, if any of my friends are planning on getting me Christmas presents this year, please tell me so I can get a Christmas present for you. If you're not, Merry Christmas. Thank you for not getting me a Christmas present. The greatest present you could give me is not getting me a present, so I don't have to get you a present, because I'm terrible at getting presents. And it's much easier when you're in person to get people presents, because you can actually hand them physical goods instead of having to, like, pay for shipping. It's the most... Well, I don't even know if... Is most wonderful time, like, free rights to use? I don't think so. The Christmas tree's on fire. Santa is holding the lighter. My parents are both liars. Got some gifts but want subscribers. Thanks for the candy basket. Oh, got another jacket. My stocking's filled with acid. Am I dreaming? What just happened? This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. Not a Christmas song by Netflix. When I was just a boy, something with joy, and wait for the presents and laughter. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am. But what stood in front of me was the answer. At Christmas, I something feel joy. I'm butchering this horribly. And I turned back into boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is our Christmas. Always expect gifts from you. I've already told you. Nope. No, actually, sorry, I was just checking Shmeeps, actually, and, yeah, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't... Yikers. Yikes. Yikers. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. No. Same old from the same old house. Oh my, like months ago, I already showed it to you and bought it for you. Have you? Have you? Is this my dementia moment? Have you shown me a Christmas present months ago? Months ago? Like months? I don't know why I'm turning the lowest. Months? Schmeeps World. It's more Marge, I guess. You'll send me a pic? Oh god. What the hell? I'm genuinely do not remember this. I feel like you're gaslighting me. I feel like I'm gaslighting myself. When was this announced? Is this announced now? Drop today? Dude, I was also, speaking of Christmas presents, I'm so bad. Because I keep peeking over. I'm so bad because I was scrolling through the Pokemon Center. I was not intending to look at anything. I just wanted to I was like, what is the Psycho Soda refresh like plushies? Which ones have I bought? And so I went onto the website just to check because I was gonna look, and then they dropped fucking the Pokédoll of Koraidon, Miraidon, Terapagos, and Ogerpon Teal Mask. And I looked at that Ogerpon Teal Mask, and I literally started biting my blanket. I was like, oh, it's so cute. I need it. I'm like, I don't have the money for it. And then I was like, okay. And then I texted my mom a link to it. I'm like, look, all I'm saying is I might buy this whenever I have money. But if you need ideas for Christmas presents, and she's like, I'll see what I can do. But I was just like, I literally couldn't. I was like, oh, it looks so fucking cute. Fun lore fact for MPW. I almost gave This Is Not a Christmas Song to Merlin as his entrance theme before the one that I picked for him, mainly because I thought it would be funny if I kept making jokes that he looked like Santa Claus with the white beard, and I am very happy I didn't choose that one, because one, his theme song is way better, and I love This Is Not a Christmas Song, but I also feel like that would have been really annoying every time he came out. Alright, I'm gonna stand up and stretch. Oh, I sort of do remember you talking about this, actually. I didn't realize that was a Christmas present. I do remember you. I do remember you. I do remember you saying that. Now, yes, I do remember you seeing that because you got it like at like a dollar store or something, right? With your you were out with your family or something. I feel like was the gist with that. Was the bit even? Right. What do you mean this is what you have so far? No, that's what you have. That's the Christmas present. Ugh. That's so funny. I completely forgot. We did talk about this dude, it's actually like the year has gone by so fast, but it's been so long. Like this year has felt like it has been so long. It has really gone by quickly, yet I don't remember anything that happened this year at all. Like my memory of this year has been completely shot. COVID year part 33, exactly. How's it going, T? I was telling this to a friend at a party that I haven't seen in forever because he's like, "How are you doing?" Like, "Oh yeah, like how's this going?" And I'm like, I know I can't use this excuse forever, but like COVID has really fucked up my sense of time. Like, and he's like, "I know, I 100% get you." I'm like, yeah, because he was asking me like a question of like, "Oh yeah, like when did you graduate or something like that, like at university?" And he's like, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I'm like, COVID has fucked me. Yeah, I like it's bad. There's the card from the thrift store and the chopsticks were oh the dude, I totally forgot about the chopsticks. What were the chops? Which one? Okay, okay. I totally forgot the chopsticks. That's so funny. Dude, I miss when Pokemon had the McDonald's collab because I would go get a Happy Meal for the Pokemon cards and stuff. I still have some of the packaging from it, the Scarlet and Violet ones. It was really cool. I don't know why I immediately went to that, but I guess it's just because of the Pokemon cards. But I was just like, I remember, and it was also around Christmas when it happened last time. So it feels weird that Scarlet and Violet are already like 2 years old or like a year old. I think it's 2 years. Almost three now. There's other things you might like. Oh no. Not other things. Are you gonna send me another bomb? Another glitter bomb? She's just like, I didn't send you one in the beginning with. Please don't be a bomb. Please be a bomb. Please be a ring bomb. I recently finished all of American Dad, like watched through all of like the 20 seasons, and I'm starting over. I love American Dad so much. I have started over on season 1 again. I think if you finally become an adult, I have kitchen things and socks on my Christmas list this year. Dude, I don't feel it, but I feel it. All I know is that all of the kitchen appliances that I'll ever need is in a box somewhere in the crawl space because we picked out our plates as children years ago. For when we finally got a house, we would have our own plates. My dad bought sets of plates for me and my sister years ago. And I got to keep so there's like these bowl plate. I really love bowl plates. Do you guys like know what I'm talking about? is the plates that have like the curved edges, so they like a big flat bowl kind of. I love those. And we had one that are like orange and white. They were Italian, like they I don't know how to describe them, but they were Italian because they're from my grandparents. But they were orange and white, and they had like pictures of like garlic and stuff and like different Italian foods in the center of it. But to me, they always looked like ramen bowls. Like they always looked like Naruto ramen bowls. And so I loved them, and then my family was gonna throw them out, and I was like, "Oh, please! I love these bowls. Oh, please don't get rid of them." And they're like, "Okay, it's going in your box then. It's going in your box when you move out. That's your box." And I'm like, "When I move out, okay, I guess they're going in a box." Angel's mom got me a full set of fine china last year. That's crazy. Fine china? That's sick. My nana asked for shopping links on Amazon, and I genuinely considered asking for a blender. I don't I didn't, but I considered it for a solid 3 days. I'm considering adding the 10-inch cast iron pan onto my list this year. Bruh, I'm still like, maybe I gotta get better, man, but I'm still like, I would like this Pokemon plush, please. To be fair, like I literally can't use kitchen appliances other than if my family's buying kitchen appliances, they're gonna use it, right? Like if they buy me a kitchen appliance, I'm just gonna be using it in their kitchen, so they're not gonna buy me one. Nor do I really need it, but someday. I know for like Christmas last year, some of my cousins, like people literally just paid for their groceries, which was quite nice. Like they bought them like a nice like a bunch of food and like steak and stuff, which I thought was nice. Which I think is like that's something that I feel like should be a more common thing maybe. I don't know how to put it. Like that should be like a good gift, you know, like a good idea for gifts, buying people like groceries. Definitely my goal next year for YouTube, if I can, is to finally be able to get to the YouTube Partner Program, because we are halfway there. We are actually halfway there. I need like 1,500 more hours of watch time, and I need like 250 more subscribers. Like we are so close to actually being able to have ads on YouTube, which would just be great. I feel like I know ads suck, and people, if you don't like them, you're gonna find a way to avoid them or pay for YouTube Premium. But I feel like YouTube ads are gonna be so nice just because they're like I'm okay. Like I like YouTube ads, not like I like them, but like I'm okay with them compared to like Twitch ads, which take like 50 years. And then maybe I know that like I'm immediately gonna get demonetized anyways, but like the hope and dream is there to actually be able to like make a little bit of money without having to like rely on people to make the money for me, if that makes sense. Like as much as I do like appreciate always, I will always appreciate like people like subscribing to Twitch and like gifting subs and like donating bits and donating money and stuff. I will always forever be grateful for that. But like I want to find ways for people to be able to like give me money, support me in a financial way without having to like pay money out of pocket. Other than like I mean like merch would be cool. Like I have a Redbubble, but I'm never gonna see that money. Like there's literally no way I'm gonna see that money that has already been spent on there. Unless like 100 people bought stickers. But like I want people to get something out of their money if they're gonna spend money on me. You know? So if I can get ads on YouTube at least, like we can make like maybe a little bit of money without having to actually take it. That makes sense? Um you consider asking for a trip to Ireland in 2026? I see how it is. No trip to Canada. I see how it is. That's fair. We're just north of you guys. I'm just kidding. um, I don't know. Some of the ads that Angel gets when he watches YouTube are like 90 plus seconds long and full infomercials. Okay, I actually want to ask you, T, when he gets those ads, is it on your PlayStation or on your TV? I want to know because I watched YouTube on my TV the other day and it literally played like 3-minute ads every minute for like on a video. It played like 3 to 5 minutes of ads like every minute. PS5 and Roku TV. I think the TV YouTube is fucking busted. Like I think it actually is because I've never had that on my computer, but I've had that happen on multiple videos on the TV for some reason, like where they actually play like I think they're like trying to play like TV level ads, like if you're watching a TV show on the TV version of YouTube. Because I can get YouTube on like my cable box, and it was horrible. Like it's borderline unwatchable. So like I get that, but like for on the computer, I've never had it that bad. I've had maybe like a minute long ad one time, like that was unskippable. But also like I say like they have 3-minute ads and they're all unskippable, like on the TV version. Like they never give you a skippable ad. So I don't know what's up with that. He falls asleep watching YouTube, so I'm guessing the algorithm thinks he will actually watch those long ads. Maybe. That also could be the case, but I never like had that happen until very recently, too, I should say. Like I used to watch it on the TV all the time, but I think they've changed it up. Actually, I kind of want to look into that. YouTube on TV ads Reddit. Ads are insane on TV app. There are now 1-minute unskippable ads, 2-minute unskippable ads for me. It's bonkers that I'm totally over it. I'd say I've really noticed a change in the past 2 weeks. 4 or 5 ads unskippable till the end, as you said. The old bait and switch for years, but had no minimal ads. Now they're overwhelming. Yeah, like literally people are like, does your YouTube on your smart TV have so many ads in one sitting? If you go up and press the I button, you can press return to video and sometimes it works. Even worse, there's 2 unskippable ads, yet we'll say skip in and absolute BS. There's a glitch. If you hit the I button, it will show up. If it shows up, you can hit and say stop seeing. No. That's different. That's different. I hate it. I stopped watching videos just because the number of ads. Yeah, I'm like I think it's just the TV version. It's not just you. YouTube ads on smart TVs are getting painfully long. Yeah, wow. It literally is just a thing. Yeah, I think it's just that they're they're doing it worse now for some reason. I think probably I haven't noticed until recently. One, because maybe they like usually wait to launch changes in like Canada, you know? Like I feel like we never get updates fast enough on Canada. But also I watch a lot of channels that are just straight demonetized. Like they swear a lot and stuff and they just don't make any money. So YouTube doesn't run ads on their channel at all. So that also could be the case that like I tried watching an actual monetized channel for once. Yeah, it's really disappointing because I used to sit up at night and watch I'd watch like Yu-Gi-Oh videos and play Yu-Gi-Oh on my DS and sit at my table. I said desk, play it at my table, my kotatsu, and just relax. But now I can't. Like I literally can't watch it. It's unwatchable. When I say it's unwatchable, like I legitimately mean it's unwatchable. So I think if I ever want to do that again, I'll probably just plug the Ethernet cable, not the Ethernet cable, the HDMI cable into my TV because I have an HDMI cable attached to my TV that I sometimes connect to my other laptop to watch the because we have the channel Masu, the thing with like all the shows that I love watching that like randomly selects them. I've talked about it before ad nauseum. Um, but I'll put that on the TV sometimes. Which it actually works. The theory works because so basically, I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk about this for the 15th billionth time, but I coded this thing that has all these shows that I really like watching, and they will randomly select randomly select them throughout you know throughout all the shows. They'll randomly pick them and then play the next episode in the sequential order of that series. And it's all shows that I just like watching for the sake of like watching. I can just have them on forever, and they just make me happy, right? They're all just nice shows that I like, um, and that I've seen before. Because I always have a craving to rewatch shows, and then I never know what shows I want to rewatch, so I just made this. That's the reason. But it actually my theory worked because I was when a show ends on the in the channel Masu thing. It has a 10% chance to restart from the beginning if it's selected. So like it runs through, say we have 10 shows, it runs through 1 through 10. If it hits the 10th show and the 10th show doesn't have any episodes remaining, it has a 10% chance to get re-added to the list. And it's funny because I thought that might be too long, it might take forever. And also if we run out of all the episodes of every show, and then it automatically resets everything. So that it starts from the beginning. And so I was thinking, like, this might get boring because, or it might get bad because I might, like, re-loop episodes that are shows that I've already watched, and I might get bored of them because it might be like, oh, it hit the 10% every time, and it keeps re-rolling these shows that I've already watched. And that's what I'll do anyways. I'll rewatch them anyways, but I might get bored of the episodes and get annoyed. But it's actually no, my theory has worked that the shows that have already ended on it, which are only like a couple of them, I'm already laying there and go like, I wish I could rewatch this show. Like I wish this show comes back soon. Like, I want to watch it again. Because I've watched it and it's been enough time where when it comes back, it will be a nice surprise. It's really fun because it's just like I'll sit there and I'll just be like, oh, this show's on. Like it's just all shows that I love. There's no shows that I hate on it, and it's just shows that I love, and I'll be like, oh yes, this show's on. Like it's really TV, but no ads, and it's completely tailored to me. So it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I don't watch it like super often either, so it's really just whenever I'm feeling it. And so sometimes I like to watch that on the TV or in my bed with my projector. I like my projector. If I didn't have to like pay for rights of movies and stuff, I would totally run my own movie theater. But unfortunately, you have to pay for the stupid rights from the original creators that own the movie. I can't just take movies and run them forever in my own movie theater. Oh, I thought it was getting dark. I feel like we might be done for, yeah, Blackstone. And then I think we'll do sand next. It is getting darker, I was right. The hardest part for the Masu channel though is like finding series that have like lots of episodes, because then they last for like a while and they can kind of like dominate things. Like I would love to do One Piece though, but that also involve me getting every episode of One Piece. So part of me was like, I should just do a thing where I put One Piece in the set, like in the list, but every time it pops up, there's just a screen that says go watch an episode of One Piece on Netflix, or something like that. Ugh. Sorry, I'm just checking how long we've been going for. We've been going for a pretty decent amount of time. I'm feeling a little bit tired. I'm feeling the Sandman's feelings on me. I'm feeling kind of hungry. I might end soonish, but let's at least get through all the sand that we have at least. We may, I don't know, but we may have to go get more sand. Why not do that? I can check the material list, which is a great thing about Lightmatica, which is the mod I use to put down the schematic for the builds, for the pixel art. You can see what materials are missing from the build. So what I like to do whenever, because obviously, there's a lot of black stone slabs, there's a lot of blue terracotta, a lot of gray terracotta. So it's obvious. But like when there isn't as obvious stuff of like, what should I do next? I like to just check the material list, look at the most missing block, and then go and do that. Though you can see here this is mushroom stems, and unfortunately for some reason, I don't know how, there probably is a way to do it, but these mushroom stems are like, we're placed in a specific way. So you have to place us in a specific way or else it says that we're missing, which they're not, because they're placed there and it doesn't matter which direction they're in, but in the schematic it says it matters. Pizza rolls and bagel bites count as dinner, right? I mean, I guess so. I guess so. I had smashed potatoes and ham for dinner, so I didn't really even have a massive dinner. I might grab some like leftover rice from the fridge. Maybe make... I said I was going to make a sandwich with chips in it, so maybe I'll do that too. But I don't want to eat too much before I go to bed, and I don't want to... And I don't want to stay up too late either. Crunchy sandwich, exactly. It might even be a little bit spicy because I found some of my new favorite chips at Walmart. Walmart has like their own brand of like food. I don't know what it's called. I think it's like Good Value or something like that. That's like Walmart brand food. And they have chips there that are much cheaper than Lay's. So I love picking them up because they're usually sold for like $1, where Lay's chips are like sold for $3, and they have about the same size bags and they taste about the same. Like Lay's, I think, like objectively, Lay's I think will always be better. Like Lay's is higher quality, but they're not $2 more higher quality, you know? So, but they have a flavor of chip that Lay's does not offer, which is jalapeno chips. And they're really freaking good. The only thing I don't like about them is they're like $2 for a bag, so a little bit more expensive, and they're like a different style of like chip. Like I don't know if it's considered like corn chip, but they're like different kind of chip. And it's not corn chip, it's something else. It's like kettle chip, or like it's like baked rather than like fried. And they're a lot smaller, but they don't fill up the bag like anymore. So it's like literally like less than the regular bags in it. It's like half of the regular bags, or like 3/4 of the regular bags. And it just like it's impossible for me not to finish it in one sitting. Like I can eat ketchup chips and it be like, okay, I've eaten enough where I could eat more because I could always eat more, but this is a good stopping point for me. Where with the jalapeno chips, it's like I could stop here, but that's leaving 5 chips in the bag. Put the fries in the bag, bro. You haven't felt hungry because you've been in pain, so you're gonna think of eating? Yes, you should, because that might help with some of the pains. Not all of it, but some of the pains. Great value, but do they have ketchup chips? Yes, they do have great value ketchup chips. And they're very good. I actually very much enjoy great value ketchup chips. However, I think Lay's is probably just better in general, but like great value is good enough and way cheaper. So like it's never like a contest with me for like picking between Lay's and great value. And it also becomes a thing where it's like you eat great value so much that that's like what you get used to, right? I wish we got ketchup chips more than randomly as limited time here. Yeah, it's weird that like, because like forever for me, like you guys would always get the sodas. Like I loved cherry soda, like cherry cola, cherry Pepsi. I loved like vanilla Coke. I should have a vanilla Coke when I go to the theater. I haven't had a vanilla Coke in forever. But I loved those like sodas, and that was like American exclusive. I never got them. I'd buy like 3 cases every time we visited, and it was never enough. And like so now it's weird to think that like America doesn't have something that Canadians have. But I'm wondering, like, is it just because it's such a foreign thing that, like, maybe not enough people are gonna buy ketchup chips? I don't know. I love ketchup chips, though. They're my favorite. But the jalapeno chips are definitely... The jalapeno chips would be my favorite chips if the bags had more in it. Because they don't. They don't have enough in it. Because the jalapeno chips are so good. Though, oh my god, one night I was eating the jalapeno chips... and you know you get the little bit of jalapeno on your hands. Well, I was I wasn't thinking. I rubbed my eye to itch it, and I was like, "Oh no." And my eye literally started sweating. Like not tears, like perspirating. Like my the one lens of my glasses got fogged up because of how like of the steam like coming off of my eyes. It did not actually hurt that much. It just was very uncomfortable. Have you seen our president? We're never gonna ketchup chips. Exactly. They originally didn't sell well down here, but now they are such a novelty that they fly off the shelves. True, I guess, you know. I love ketchup chips, man. Like it's weird because like I like ketchup, but and maybe this is like something people can relate to. I love ketchup, but I would never like say ketchup like spills on my hand, right? Like I'm squirting ketchup and it spills on my hand. Like some people might look at that and go, "Oh, I'll just lick it off," right? Kind of thing. I can't. I can't. Ketchup has to be on something. I can't have ketchup by itself, like even in a small capacity. Like I don't like it. It has to be on something. Cause like I love ketchup chips. I love French fries with ketchup. I love chicken with ketchup. I love everything with ketchup. But like, I can't do ketchup by itself. Not that like people are drinking ketchup like at the in the gallons and the glasses, but like I have trouble like doing it like you know, and my family will always be like, well, you're fucking silly for that because like you can, you know, you're gonna eat it anyways. But I can't. Let's see how we're doing on this map. This is what we got so far going. Ugh. This is what we got so far. Yeah, I'll wash your hand before licking off. Exactly. I also think it's just that's probably more hygienic, but like I don't judge people who do like do that, but I'm just like I personally can't. This is what we got so far going. We did the hair and the night sky, which is very interesting at this low quality. They're kind of the same. Like these is really interesting to see how the pixels work because like these here are the same sort of made out of the same blocks, but this definitely has more blues than this. Like these light blues are the blue carpets, and then this one probably has more like the hair probably has more brown than blues, especially around like the edges and stuff. Yeah, like you can see a lot more brown or grays rather. Excuse me, gray terracotta. Where this one is a lot more blue terracotta, which is really cool. I forgot that we could do the blue carpet. But I think I'm gonna set up to end here. Ugh. You could probably get Cheeto chips before ketchup chips. I had hot Cheetos like once and they were pretty good. I like spicy food, but spicy food is it is not like me. Alright. I appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me, even though we had to like dip in and dip out for stream. It seems that like my stream stayed pretty consistent afterwards, so I don't know what YouTube was saying or what OBS was saying, and YouTube said it was fine. So I appreciate you guys all hanging out with me for a little bit and just chilling and literally chatting for 3 hours while we worked on this pixel art thing. Um, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I was gonna say Thursday, but we're gonna see you on Wednesday with T and I. We're gonna do a stream on Wednesday. We're gonna try to do like every other Wednesday. So now you're gonna see me on another stream. So if you guys are tired of seeing me on streams, blame T. Right, it's Wednesday this Wednesday, right? Or am I already lost? It's a Wednesday. It's gonna happen at some point. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys. Good night. Matane. Bye bye.